Muli po, pagpapatuloy po natin ang ating pag-aaral sa auditory diagnosis, structure and flow of conversation. How easy is it to engage the patient in conversation? When we are sitting in front of a patient, we are listening to what they are saying and the quality and volume of their voice. We must, though, also have a focus the conversation itself. Not only how quickly and how structured their conversation is, which will be discussed below, but also how effortless the conversation is between you and them. How easy it is to create contact with them. Are they open and communicative? If not, in what way are they not? It is shyness, which will usually indicate a heart deficient condition. So, tandaan na po natin yun, ano? Pag ang kausap nyo ay mahiyain, heart deficient condition na po yun. Or it's because they are close. Ayaw talaga niya magsalita. Uncommunicative and difficult to engage. As always, things must be seen in a context of the other sign and body language. This will be significantly different between a person who is difficult to engage because they are shy and reticent and a person who is stubborn and due to stagnation of their heart and liver chi. So yung ugali ng tao makikita natin sa mga disharmony ng kanilang organ. If the heart is harmonious, the person will be easy to engage and they will open themselves but with a degree of restraint. Halimbawa, yung nagkukwento sa inyo, pero alam nila yung dapat ikwento lang. Yung hindi na dapat, hindi nila yung sinasabi. Yun po yung yung heart ay harmonious po yung kanilang energy. The heart not only has the ability to open up and communicate with others, it is also responsible for closing and not communicating when this is appropriate. Yun na nga pa, no? Hindi nagmamarites. Kung hindi mo kailangan sabihin, huwag mong sasabihin. A person who has hit their heart can be over-communicative. Ayun, yung maraming init sa puso. Sobrang madaldal. They can initially be very easy to engage, quickly opening up and creating a connection. Ito ba yung sabi nila minsan friendly, ano? Pero minsan sumosobra naman yung sinasabi. But if there is a lot of heat, they can have a tendency to be communicative, too open and lose the sense of lie or property that is an aspect of Shen. Kumbaga, nagsasalita siya, hindi naman na dapat sasabihin nga, yung sinasabi pa rin niya. Yan. So parang wala nang sense yung iba, salita pa rin, kwento pa rin siya. This open will not only start talking to everyone, talking to anyone and everyone. They will also open up too much even when it is not appropriate or relevant. Ito yung mga marites. This is the person who will sitting in the waiting room, tells the person sitting next to them all sort of personal details about their life, family, neighbors, illness, and journey into the clinic. Pero minsan pa, no? Di ba may ganyan talaga? O minsan tayo mismo, yung mga clinician, ganyan din, ano? Marami tayong kinuwento. Hindi mo pa kilala yung taon, ikwento mo na pati yung kapitbahay mo. So, the heat opens the heart too much that is unable to close when appropriate, and it is therefore open and communicating all the time. So yun, pag marami pong init yung puso, so yun, naglalabas ka, nagkukwento ka. Kwento ka ng kwento, walang limit. Yung ganun po kung maraming heat in the heart. These people are very easy to engage. But in this case, it is an expression of imbalance rather than harmony. So kung ganun na po ang kaharap nating pasyente, alam na natin na may disharmony ang kanyang puso. So as with everything in Chinese medicine, both too little and too much of something is a sign of imbalance and lack of harmony. What is too much and too little will always be dependent on the situation in a person should be able to adjust to the various situation and context. So, yung paano, sa pagsasalita pa lang, makikita natin yung unbalances ng organ. So, kung masyadong masalita, ibig sabihin maraming heat yung kanyang heart. How easy it is to engage the client. So, kailan po natin sa observation, ito po yung summary, pag easy to engage in conversational and communicate with, so significance po nito, pwede pong normal or mayroon po siyang heat in the heart. Kung siya naman po ay shy, reserved and reticent, meron po siyang heart-chi deficiency. Pag close naman po, yung ang hirap mong mapasalita, kahit tinatanong mo, halos di magsasalita, and tears. So, meron po siyang liver and heart-chi stagnation. Yun. Pag open excessive, no boundaries, ito na nga po yung nagmamarites, kwento ng lahat, kwento. So, ang kanya pong puso ay may heart fire or pwede pong may phlegm fire. Flow and structure of their speech. The flow of the voice will reflect the condition of the patient's shen. So yung boses pa lang makikita mo yung shen, yung spirit. This is obvious when we experience fright. Stop to stutter and become tongue-tied. Yung parang hindi nga siya makapagsalita. Yun po yung ibig sabihin nun This is one of several manifestations indicating the heart chi has been spread and has become unstable due to fright. We will probably also be sweating in the armpit and in the palms of our hands. Yan, namamawis kasi nga po, pag may heat, yun, lalabas na siya. And our heart will thumping, beating rapidly, and possibly slightly irregular. When the heart and the shen are affected, the flow of the voice can also be affected in other ways. These changes in the speech pattern reflect what it is that is affecting shen. So if the shen is agitated by heat, the structure of their speech and their replies to your question can become disrupted. The mind can start rushing, moving faster than the words can keep pace with. So the conversation loses some of its structure. Yung ang bilis-bilis na nitong magsalita, then parang minsan di mo na masundan di mo na rin maintindihan. So heat by agitating shen will result in the person not always finishing, describing, or explaining what they were talking. Yung parang nagkwento, pero hindi niya maipaliwanag ano ba yung gusto niyang sabihin. Yun po yung may mga hit So, when they're talking about before they start veering off in other direction because new thoughts have overtaken the ones that they were elaborating on. Kung ba may kinukwento po sa inyo, then biglang iba na naman yung sasabihin niya, iba na namang direction. Halimbawa, nagtatanong kayo, kumusta po yung pagtulog niyo? Parang pwede niya ikwento yung tulog, pero mamaya, yung tungkol na sa kung ano na, kung sa trabaho niya, yung na-ship niya, hindi isang direction yung sinasabi. So, yun po. Sign po yan ng may heat sa heart. When phlegm is blocking shen, kung nabablock naman po yung shen, there will also be a disruption in the structure of conversation. Mas matindi po ito pag yung shen ang nablock. The speed of the voice can be slower due to phlegm, slowing the ability to formulate what it is in their mind. So yun, parang ito yung mga nakakalimot. Yung parang sasabihin pa lang din niya alam yung kasunod. But at the same time, the blockage of shen will also mean the person has difficulty thinking clearly. O siya na yun, siya na nga po yun. Minsan kinakausap mo, pero parang hindi niya alam kung paano kanya uli sasagutin. Parang hindi niya alam yung word. They will be more easily confused and they may even lose the thread of their thought when talking. Yun. The flow of the conversation can pause whilst they mentally search for a word or something. At tinatanong mo, oh, kumusta po? Kumusta po yung ano, no, yung nararamdaman niyo? Pero parang hindi niya alam kung paano mag-explain sa iyo. Yun. Nag-iisip pa siya kung paano siya magsasalita. So, when they were going to say but somehow just can recall. Ito yung nakakalimutan niya, ano? Their conversation can also change tack almost without them being aware of themselves. Yun nga, yung sinasabi ko po kanina, na iba yung minsan, yung tanong mo sa kanya, iba rin yung sinasagot. Iba na yung kwento. If there is a lot of blockades, the response can also be inappropriate and confused. So this is because Shan ensured that our reaction and responses are appropriate to stimulation we have received. So ito na yung mga sign, pag phlegm misting the heart na po, ito na yung parang nawawala sa sarili. Yung parang yun sa yung term natin, nasisiraan ng ulo, nagsisimula. When phlegm is blocking the heart orifice, the patient may also have difficulty clearing understanding what you are asking them, and therefore have difficulty answering precisely. So, alam na natin ano, pag nagtatanong ka at hindi tama yung sagot niya, so phlegm. Phlegm po yung nakablock dun sa kanyang heart. This is something most of us can recognize, either from we have a heavy head cold, where it feels as if your head is full of cotton wool, or when we have a hangover. Parang pakiramdam na may hangover. For people with a lot of damp phlegm, this is a chronic sensation that they may not even be conscious of anymore, as it has become normal. It will often be worse in the morning when the person has been lying flat all night and the shichi has seeped down to the head. Ayun, pag nakahiga daw po sa ano, mas lumalala to sa umaga kasi yung 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 dahilan po ng ng sakit, yung say yin shichi, bumababa sa ulo. So, head and the heart, thereby blocking the orifice of the heart. It will also be aggravated when the person consume phlegm and damp producing food, na mas lumalala pa po yan kung mahilig siya sa mga phlegm and damp producing food. Halimbawa po doon, yung sobra siyang mahilig kumain ng sobrang matataba. Yan, mga damp phlegm producing food po yan. In general, a person with phlegm blocking the shen will tend to meander verbally, back and forth, going around in circles, jumping from subject to subject. Yung pag kinakausap niyo, paikot-ikot lang, pabalik-balik yung sinasabi niya, or ito yung tanong mo, mamaya iba na naman yung sasabihin niyo, babalik ka na naman uli niya yung sinabi. Yun, parang pabalik-balik. Losing their thread of completely wandering off the path in irrelevant and inappropriate direction. So this is different from a person with heat agitating the shen. Yung kanina pong dinidiscuss, ito na nga po yun yung nagsisimula na pong yung term natin nasisiraan ng ulo. Kasi iba-iba na yung pagsagot. So pag heat agitating the shen naman, the structure of their conversation can be disrupted by an over-eagerness. So ang pagkakaiba po ano, pag phlegm po ang nagbablock sa heart, iba-iba ang sinasagot sa iyo. Yun nga po ano. Pero pag hit naman, ang nag-a-agitate po sa shen, hindi mo palang tinatanong, ikinuwento na lahat yon. Over-eagerness po yung pagkukwento niya. Anticipate the ideas and things that want to tell you. They lose their thread because they keep changing subject before the last subject R is finished. So yung pag ano po naman, overheat ano, di pa lang tapos, meron na naman siyang kadugsong na kwento. A person with heat in the heart will lack of necessary composure to maintain the structure of conversation. If Shen is undernourished, it is, for example, when there is heart blood deficiency or heart suesu, the structure of the conversation can affected by forgetfulness. O, tandaan po natin na pag makakalimutin po ang pasyente ninyo, yan po ay heart blood deficient. They will also have the difficulty finding words or remembering what they were talking about. Yan. Ano na nga yung sabi niya? Ano na nga ba yung tawag doon? Yun yung mga nakakalimot po ng mismong word. So, heart blood deficiency po yan. But this is more due to absent-mindedness than confusion or over-exuberance. Yun. When there is yang deficiency and qi deficiency, the conversation will retain its structure. So kung yang lang naman po ang kulang, di ba yung yang, yung init ng ating katawan, at yung qi. So nasa structure pa rin yung usapan nyo. Ibig sabihin, pag tinanong mo, kumusta po yung pagtulog nyo? O, tungkol sa tulog pa rin yung ikukwento niya. But the speed of delivery in the volume can be affected. Pwede pong sumasagot siya pero parang walang buhay. Mabagal siya magsalita. Pero tama pa rin yung sagot sa inyo. The conversation is less animated. It may seem as if it is an effort to talk. Parang hirap na hirap siya. Pag deficient po, tandaan natin, ito yung mga mahirap. Tamad magsalita. Yon. People who are young deficient, kasi nga kulang ng init, mas marami yung lamig sa katawan, in particular, will tend to speak slower and more lethargically. So, yun po, tandaan natin na. So, pag young deficient ang puso ng inyong pasyente, mas mabagal po itong magsalita. The other person in the conversation sometimes want to finish the sentence for them because they get impatient. Ito naman nagsasalita pa lang parang gusto na tapusin yung kwentuhan. This is something we must try to be consciously aware of. Whilst interviewing the client, we have to constantly ask ourselves, how does their voice and the way they talk affect me? O ano din, ano mo, parang i-reflect mo rin sa'yo. Ikaw na manggagamot. How I am reacting to them. Baka ikaw din naiirita. Nagre-reflect din na yung rin palang heart ay imbalance. Do I feel stressed, annoyed, or bored? If so, why I am dominating or are they dominating the conversation? So it is very important to aware of your own patterns of imbalance. So ikaw mismong manggagamot, tingnan mo rin. Kasi mamaya ikaw rin pala yung may imbalance. Kasi minsan, pag nag-interview tayo sa ating pasyente, may makulit talaga. Pag nawalan ka rin ng pasensya, ay imbalance din pala yung heart mo. Pwedeng nag-hit na rin. So, we can feel that they are dominating the conversation because they are preventing us from doing so when we normally would. Or they can dominate the conversation because we are too passive and taciturn. So, minsan naman po, pag in-interview natin yung pasyente, di ba? Ang dami mo nang sinabi. Or siya, ang dami mong sinabi, hindi siya umiimik. Or, ang dami niyang sinabi, gusto mo nang putulin kasi ang haba-haba na ng oras na nakukonsume niya. Kaya nga kung healthy tayo, healthy din yung heart nating mga manggagamot, dapat dinadala mo siya dun sa mga dapat mo lang malaman tungkol dun sa disease niya. Kasi kung hindi, uubos ng oras, pero nagbarites na pala kayo. So, we may be tired and qi deficient. If you are annoyed by them, it is because they talk too much or too little, or it is their subject matter and their aggressiveness. So, yon. So, napakahalaga po yung dinedireksyon natin yung ating pasyente habang tinatanong, ino-observe natin. Tapos, aware din tayo dun sa ating attitude mismo. Tayo din. Kasi, mamaya tayo rin pala yung unbalance yung heart. So, there are definitely some patient and whom you quickly up on a latent aggressiveness. You can feel them almost looking for something to pick a fight over. It is not against you personally, and it isn't something that they are conscious of. But in situation outside of the clinic, ayun, such as at home or at work, it probably is a problem. So minsan po parang pag nagtanong kasi tayo sa pasyente, may parang na-aggravate sila. then, yon nagkakaroon ng ibang reaction doon na lalabas yung iba-ibang emosyon. So tayong mga manggagamot, dapat alam din natin i-handle yung emosyon natin. So a problem may not be aware of. They are often people who have a lot of conflict in their relationship. This is problem because it is often caused by liver qi stagnation. And the conflicts the person provokes will in themselves become cause of liver qi stagnation. So it is, as stated, important to be aware of your own patterns of imbalance. So binibigyan po ng ano dito din na tayong mga manggagamot, tingnan din natin yung pattern ng imbalance sa ating organ. Kasi nakikipag-communicate tayo sa pasyente. Dapat alam natin yung control din ng imbalance natin para hindi makapagdagdag dun sa imbalance ng pasyente. Kasi kung nagagalit na siya, ay pinapagalitan mo na rin, wala na, nag-liver stagnation na kayo. This will affect how you react to the other people. If you have heat, you will more easily become impatient with someone who speaks slowly and laboriously but possibly enjoy the snappiness of talking to someone who also has heat. Ayun. Yung pasyente ninyo, halimbawa ikaw, marami ka ring heat in the heart. Then, ang bagal-bagal sumagot ng pasyente ninyo, ay naiirita ka na rin. Parang ganun, ano? Samantalang kung yung pasyente niyo ay marami ring hit yan sa heart, pag nagtanong ka, ayun, talaga marami na rin siyang kinuwento, nai-enjoy ka kasi pareho kayong may hit. So the opposite can also be the case. If you are yourself verbose and loquacious, so it can be frustrating when someone else dominates the conversation. If you have heart qi deficiency or heart and liver blood deficiency, you may well find many people intimidating and find that you are quickly feel overwhelmed by others when you are talking to them. Ako po minsan na-experience ko to eh. Kasi ako hindi, marami akong hit sa heart. So minsan, pag nag-interview tayo ng pasyente, pero nung isang araw po, yung pasyente ko, ang dami ring hit sa heart. Pero basta laging aware tayo kung pareho kayong may hit sa heart, ikaw na manggagamot plus yung iyong pasyente, i-direct lagi nyo dun sa napakahalagang mga tanong para ma-diagnose nyo ng maayos yung inyong pasyente. Lagi kayong aware po doon, huwag kayong padala dun sa hit ng unbalance ng inyong organ. So, likewise, if you are young deficient, you may well think of people who talk slowly and methodically as being an example of how everyone should speak. So kung yung deficient ka naman, mas gusto mo ring ano-ano, yung slowly yung kausap mo. Kasi kung napakabilis, doon ka naiirita. Ganun po yun. Our imbalance can often mean that we either overdiagnose our own patterns of imbalance. We easily recognize the signs and symptoms because we know that they are or underdiagnose this pattern of imbalance. We are blind to them because we subconsciously or consciously think that the signs and symptoms are normal. Oh, careful po tayo dun na. Kasi nga kung ikaw ang may imbalance, halimbawa ikaw ang maraming hit, then ang daldal ng pasyente mo, akala mo normal kasi ganun ka rin eh. Ganun ka rin, maingay ka din, madaldal ka din. So, ang ibig sabihin po nun, pareho kayong may imbalance, ikaw naman gagamot at pati yung pasyente, maging aware po dun. Pag alis ng pasyente mo, mukhang ikaw magtusok na rin. Yan, i-cool down mo na yung heart. So, a structure and flow of the conversation. So, ito po yung summary natin, ano po yung mga meaning ng ating word. I-ano na lang po nyo kasi syempre, yayaman ang ating vocabulary. Loquacious and verbose, ito po yung may mga maiingay. Ito po yung may heart fire at may flame fire. Sobrang magsalita. Ito pong taciturn silent, yung mga tahimik. So ito yung mga may heart chi stagnation or may phlegm or may heart chi or zone chi deficiency. Pag talks quickly, sigurado pong may hit. May naalala po akong ganun eh. Pati pag natutulog, salita ng salita. Talaga po nang tininan ko po yung tangya, yung dila, yung dulo. Hit in the heart. Hanggang ngayon, hit in the heart pa rin eh. Talk slowly kasi hindi siya nagpapakipuncture. Pag slowly naman, yung deficient po ito or pwedeng may phlegm or dampness. Pag may confusion at delirium po, so phlegm. At may heat in the pericardium. Yan. Incoherent speech, yung iba-iba na yung sinasabi, hindi na ano. Ito yung may mga phlegm blocking the heart's orifice. Yung sabi nga natin kanina, yung nawawala na sa sarili. Yan. Difficulty finding words or maintaining their thread. Dali po nating tandaan na pag makakalimutin, heart blood deficiency or may phlegm. Yan. Nagsasalita mag-isa, talking to themselves. So, phlegm blocking the heart orifice. Laughing excessively or inappropriately. Ito po yung may heart imbalances. Kaya pati naalala ko yung mga speaker natin pag nag-zoom tayo. Nadadiagnose natin, ano? Stuttering, heart blood deficiency, or mayroon siyang heart fire. Yung stuttering po yung parang nagpuputol-putol po yung kanya pagsasalita. Talking in their sleep, natutulog, salita ng salita. Akala nila na nanaginip. Excessive po yun. Marami siyang heat or pwedeng heart blood deficient din po siya. Pag yung biglang yung sudden shouting, syempre liver chi stagnation po yan, or may liver fire, heart fire. Yung isang araw, ganun din yung pasyente ko eh. Biglang nag-aaway na sila. Hindi naman nag-aaway, pero nagsisisihan. Nagsisisihan. Kasi habang ina-advisean mo, tinatawag yung asawa, o tingnan mo na, ikaw yung ganyan, kasi kaya ako may ganito. Sabi ko, sinisisi yung asawa, pareho po silang may sakit. Kaya yun, papasok na ikakalmo pareho sila doon. Pero yun yung minsan na talagang na-encounter natin sa ating mga pasyente. A dislike of speaking generally indicates Chi deficiency. Yung mga ayaw pong umimik. Or of the lungs or in the spleen. Where speaking a lot generally indicates a full condition, especially heat of the heart. Yung masyadong may ingay, madadaldal. Slurred speech indicates retention of phlegm and is frequently seen in patients after wind stroke. Yung mga nahirapan pong magsalita, di ba? Yung pag mahina yung kanilang mga boses, yung mga na-wind stroke. And insistent speech indicates phlegm, fire obstructing the mind's orifice and manic behavior. So yung muttering po, yung muttering to oneself, yung parang umuungol po yan, ano. With a low voice indicate phlegm obstructing the mind orifice. Hesitation in speech with difficulty in finding words usually indicates dampness or phlegm obstructing the brain. Yun yung parang ayaw niya magsalita or hindi niya alam yung word. So, yung brain na po mismo yung na-obstruct dyan ng phlegm. These symptoms is frequently seen in chronic fatigue syndrome. Speaking and laughing a lot together with abnormal activity at nighttime may indicate the manic phase or bipolar disorder. Ito na po yung kailangan na nating dalhin sa mga doktor. Kailangan na po nilang tingnan. Delirious speech occur in high fevers and indicates heat invading the pericardium during a febrile disease. Yung di po ba yung mga matataas ang lagnat, minsan kung ano-anong sinasabi. So yun, heat po yun, nag-invade sa pericardium. Speaking with a very feeble voice, with the speech frequently interrupted and with great difficulty in starting speaking again after stopping, so indicates a severe depletion of chi. Sobrang hina na po nung kanilang boses. Tapos, hindi nila alam kung paano magsalita. So, severe depletion na po yan ng chi. Or, ang tawag po ay du chi. Literally means roving of chi. Yung mga matatagal lang may sakit, ganyan din po. So, talking in one's sleep may be due to full condition. Example, my heart fire. Yung mga na natutulog, salita ng salita, yan. Or mayroon pong gallbladder heat or stomach heat. Or to empty condition. Halimbawa po dito yung my heart blood deficiency. In the former case, the talking in one's sleep is agitated and loud, whereas in the latter it is weak. So Ito po yung summary natin, speech, dislike of sleeping, speaking, ibig sabihin po nun ay mayroon siya Qi deficiency sa lung or sa spleen. Pag speaking too much, full condition. Slurred speech, may phlegm po yan. Incoherent, incessant speech, phlegm fire. Muttering to oneself, yung pabulong-bulong salita isa phlegm, obstructing the mind's orifice. Hesitation in speech with difficulty in finding word, dampness, or phlegm. Speaking and laughing a lot, so manic behavior po yun. Delirious speech, hit in the pericardium, febrile disease. Very feeble, interrupted speech, severe depletion po yan ng chi. So yung talking in one's sleep, ito po ay may heart fire, gallbladder, heat, stomach heat, heart blood deficiency. So, alam na po natin i-diagnose. Alam na natin kung anong tutusukan. Hesitation in speech. Ay, umulit na po ba? Ay, opo. So, thank you po sa napakaganda po nating topic.